It's the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 6th of January. This is James Spann. Now that storm system number 1 is out of here, we can focus on storm system number 2 that comes in late Thursday night into Friday morning. Snow, ice, how much, travel impact, a lot of questions here. So got a lot of new data in the house. We'll take a look at it together. We'll begin with the upper air look across the country this afternoon. Big trough over the eastern states with a very cold air mass that's dropped in here. And you can see we've got that low stratus deck over most of the state, the only part of Alabama with any sun near the Gulf Coast. Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Dothan, they've got some sun, but the rest of the state, it's cloudy and it's cold. Here's the radar composite around the nation. Still snowing through parts of southern Ohio, eastern Kentucky, West Virginia. With the upper low, the big snow that came through Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, that's gradually moving off the Atlantic coast. Most of our snow flurries and snow showers have ended here. And goodness gracious, we are in the deep freeze. Look at the numbers here. A little colder than forecast. Only 27 for Cullman and Haleyville, 28 for Aniana, Birmingham at 31. Keep in mind we should be in the middle 50s at this time of the year. So these temperatures are 25 to 30 degrees below average for the 6th of January. And even down in Dothan, they started off the morning in the 60s. They're down to 43. Mobile at 37. A chill in the air down to the Gulf Coast today. And, of course, we have that fierce north wind. We've still got that wind advisory in effect. And technically, the Weather Service up in Huntsville, they issued a winter weather advisory this morning. I've heard of no travel issues, and all the precipitation is over. So, again, travel should be fine tonight statewide. The roads are dry. There's a look at the watch warning map around the nation. Still winter storm warnings up this evening from Kentucky and southern Ohio over to D.C. and Baltimore. Those will be expiring this evening as the big storm up there winds down. Still this evening, a marginal risk of severe storms in advance of the Arctic front through parts of the Florida Peninsula and extreme South Georgia. Tomorrow, cold air rules. Not a single thunderstorm expected across the country. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, maybe some thunder for parts of West Texas with the new system, but severe storms not expected. So this is the precipitation over the course of the next 7 days. And for South Alabama, this should be a cold rain Friday and Friday night. Rain amounts 1/2 to 1 inch. For the northern half of the state, this will be the wintry mix of some sleet, freezing rain, and snow. Liquid equivalent totals about 1/4 to 1/2 inch Friday and Friday night. So let's break it down. Take a look at everything that's just come in this morning. Model fans, here's the GFS. This is the 12Z run. This is valid tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Our storm system number 1 moving off the Atlantic coast. Storm system number 2 taking shape. You can see the trough there to the southwest of Phoenix and southeast of Los Angeles. And that's the one that brings the chance of wintry precipitation late this week, but tomorrow cold and dry. We start the day in the 20s. The high with sunshine will be around 40 for the northern half of the state, mid to upper 40s for South Alabama. Same thing on Wednesday. Morning lows, upper teens, low 20s, very cold. High Wednesday around 40 for the northern half of the state. And then on Thursday, here comes storm number 2. Look at here now. If you're in Dallas-Fort Worth, this could be a good snow for you. Maybe several inches there. Snow likely over to Abilene. Snow up to the Red River into southern Oklahoma. Rain for southeastern Texas. And again, Alabama on Thursday, cold and dry. Now, Thursday morning, we're going to see many spots in the teens over North Alabama. And the high Thursday, upper 30s and low 40s for the northern counties. Upper 40s down in South Alabama. So, boom, here we go. This is Friday evening. But let's kind of break it down by day part, if you will. So this is Friday morning at 6 o'clock Central Time. Precipitation will likely begin after midnight Thursday night. And the GFS is suggesting there could be a band of freezing rain. That's the pink on that map. And again, let's be sure you got your P-types right. Freezing rain, it's liquid, just like a rainy day, but it's below 32. Little ice pellets, that's sleet. But that would be freezing rain. And that's the not good. It coats things with ice. And then up in the Tennessee Valley, that would be snow. And we'll peek at temperatures. And again, these are valid Friday morning at 6 o'clock. And you can see a lot of 33s on that map for Birmingham, Anniston, Tuscaloosa, Brent, Calera, Alexander City, Auburn. But one thing to note, at the onset of the precipitation, we're probably going to see some evaporative cooling. And that will bring those numbers down a bit. And I think for the northern half of the state, we'll probably be in the upper 20s and low 30s. And maybe temperatures below freezing all the way down to just north of Montgomery. So clearly, the Friday morning commute for the northern half of the state could be icy. South Alabama, just a cold rain. And of course, the question is, where do you draw that magic line between freezing rain and snow and travel problems and just a nuisance cold rain? That's always the hard part. But again, the GFS is kind of suggesting it could be near Birmingham, probably a little south of there if we have the evaporative cooling. So let's go to 12 noon on Friday. Still freezing rain and snow north of Interstate 20. Temperatures going nowhere, sitting in the low 30s all day. Cold rain falling south of Interstate 20. This is Friday evening at 6 o'clock. And again, warm air advection is shown here by the GFS. And nose of warm air at several thousand feet off the ground coming in from the south kind of filters down to the surface. And if this is right, everything kind of changes to rain Friday afternoon from that mixed winter mix we have Friday morning, maybe even up to the Tennessee state line. And if that's the case, roads should be greatly improved by Friday evening. But there's no guarantee that warm air advection takes place. It probably will. It typically does in a system like this. So here are the magical snow maps. Not my favorite, but I'll show you the snow plumes in a minute. That is my favorite. This is coming off the European. And again, you can see potential for 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of snow for the Tennessee Valley, about 1 inch down to the central Alabama. This is the GFS, pretty similar amounts, maybe 1, 2, 3 inches over the Tennessee Valley, much lighter to the south. And understand, south of that snow area, we're going to see freezing rain that's not going to show up on these maps. And there could be some ice accumulation. This is kind of the broad idea that we've drawn up here. And understand those straight lines, we all know that's just a guideline. Weather doesn't follow straight lines like that. But in terms of snow accumulation, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden is traced to 1 inch. The problem for those cities will be more freezing rain and ice than snow. The better chance of getting a good little snow cover down, most likely along and north of US 278. That's north of a line from Hamilton to Cullman to Gadsden, where I've got 1 to 3 inches there. And we all know this will change, but that's the way we've drawn it up. I drew that up this morning, and I don't see much reason to change that this afternoon. And again, I stress where you see that traced to 1 inch of snow, keep in mind there's going to be freezing rain mainly in that zone. Not snow, but freezing rain that could lead to icy bridges Friday morning. But let's look at the snow plume. I love this product. All right, this is coming off the European Ensemble. You got 51 members that gives the range of possibilities. You got one member, an outlier, that's up there at 7 inches, okay? You've got another member that's up there at over 5 inches. But look at all the members that are in the 2 to 4 inch range. I mean, a bunch. The number of ensemble members that are showing meaningful accumulation. And by the way, this is for Birmingham. They really come up on this run. This is the 12Z run. And the mean, it's up there about 1 to 2 inches for Birmingham. And of course, a lot of members show hardly any snow at all. It's just a big spread. But again, that just gives you the boom and bust potential with this thing on both ends of the spectrum. But you kind of average out the ensemble members, and that's where we've kind of come up with this product. Again, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, a trace to 1 inch of snow. There will be freezing rain in the mix, not included here. And then potential for 1 to 3 inches over the Tennessee Valley. And inevitably, somewhere within this area, you're going to see the boom values, the higher values show up. And then you'll see some lower values. But that's the way it looks now. And again, just understand that could easily change. So this is Saturday. And understand, like today, on the backside of the departing storm, that big surface low is near the mouth of Chesapeake Bay. We'll have the wraparound snow flurries and snow showers. We had that today. And traditionally, the wraparound flurries and showers don't produce any problems. I've heard of no meaningful issues from them today. And I think that'll be the same thing on Saturday, but it looks cloudy, cold with a chance of snow flurries or snow showers. And then on Sunday, we are back into a clear sky. Sunday morning will be in the 20s, the high Sunday in the 40s. And a week from today, Monday, the 13th of January, zonal flow, a dry air mass. Again, we start the day in the 20s, the high will be in the 40s. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday, the 16th of January. Northwest flow aloft, and once again, we're cold and dry. Morning lows in the 20s, highs in the 40s. Looks like a decent chunk of next week at this point, just looks cold and dry. Let's check the temperatures for Birmingham. Your number could vary. Highs around 40 through Saturday. The coldest morning will be Thursday morning with 20 many places. Over North Alabama will be in the teens Thursday morning, and that's one thing to consider with this incoming system on Friday is the infrastructure will be pretty cold, and it won't take a lot to get the bridges icy if we have snow and freezing rain Friday morning. And the next week, again, highs mostly in the 40s, lows mostly in the 20s. This was yesterday, so hey, let's go in here and see if we can stir up a new 8 to 14 day outlook, and it's not in yet. But again, you get the idea. We're solidly in the blue. Temperatures will likely be below average. So I spoke this morning at Haleyville to a really good group at the ARC program, the Mary and Winston ARC, and on the way up, this is what it looked like between Jasper and Winfield along Interstate 22 this morning. Good old wraparound snow shower, and many of you had that across the northern half of the state this morning. It got the ground a little wide in spots, but the roads were fine. We had no travel problems. I've heard of no issues, but that's always a novelty anytime snowflakes are flying in Alabama. And again, that was taken this morning, I would say about maybe 8:30. And, of course, traffic there was moving along just fine. So, again, if you're just joining us here, we're live at 242. We have potential for wintry precipitation over the northern half of the state Friday morning, early Friday, beginning after midnight Thursday night. And, again, initially we'll see freezing rain, I think, for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, snow for the northern part of the state. And, again, that wintry mix will persist through the morning hours, then perhaps changing to just a cold rain by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, if we can get that warm air advection process going. Potential for several inches of snow across the Tennessee Valley, north of US 278. I've got 1 to 3 inches. These numbers could change. In terms of snow, a trace to 1 inch, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. The biggest concern for those cities could wind up being freezing rain, liquid with temperatures below freezing and icing. But this certainly could impact travel Friday morning. And again, once we get within 60 hours, you know the deal. The 60 hours we get within the good high-resolution convection-allowing models, the really good tight grid resolution. So as we get closer to the event, confidence will continue to grow. But again, had a great time today up in Haleyville. Tomorrow, let's see, going to have a couple of stops, looks like. Actually, just one stop, going to be up at Lexington School. It's a great place. Been there before. Looking forward to that. On Wednesday, I have looks like a pre-K program in Hoover, then Gwynn Elementary in Hoover. And then Thursday, Advent Episcopal Day School in downtown Birmingham. And the programs on Friday are very much in danger because of the possibility of icy travel and disruptions, and we'll just cross that bridge once we get there. If you're new here, welcome. We do these updates twice a day live. I simulcast these on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, typically in the morning about 5:30, in the afternoon about 2:45. We have supplementary notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. And hey, it's Monday. That means tonight it's the show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies, weather brains. We are getting set to celebrate, 19 years of Weather Brains late this month. But we'll be on at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern on the Weather Brains YouTube channel, youtube.com/weatherbrains. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.